First of all, I just want to say how honored I am to be recognized with this award and to be in such terrific company. And secondly, Joe, that was brutal. Wow. You know, my little brother is 51 years old. I met him 40 years ago. And he had what I would describe as a tumultuous childhood, and I had a unique opportunity to get a look into a life that I probably wouldn't have had much sense for if I hadn't spent so much time with John and his family. And by the way, this is how long ago this was. I heard an ad on the radio when I was doing my homework in my room, and I wrote it down on my desk calendar. I had a desk calendar. And I stared at the phone number for a few days before I called and ended up getting connected with John. And we did spend a tremendous amount of time together over the course of the next 25 or 30 years. And Joe pointed out that my wife Lauren and I had to sort of sign off on dates and friends of his, but what Lauren just pointed out to me is that she also had to pass the John Newland test before I would have his permission to marry her. Let me just say a couple of very quick things about Big Brother, Big Sister. I had a chance firsthand to see why this program works. And it's pretty simple. For the kids that are involved in this program, if it works the way it's supposed to, they develop a very special bond with somebody they can talk to, seek advice and guidance from, but most importantly of all, becomes their biggest fan. I mean, if I had to pick the single biggest thing I think Big Brother, Big Sister does for kids, is it gives them a sense that there's somebody out there who's not a blood relative, who is totally invested in them, who will be there for them, who will root for them, and who will help them succeed. It is tremendously powerful. I mean, you hear people talk all the time about the coach, the teacher, the instructor, the neighbor, the uncle, the grandmother, who is that person sort of picked them up when they were down and was there to celebrate with them every little and big success that they had in their life. And for young people, especially those like John and others, who don't get to play the same kind of hand that a lot of other people do, this is a game changer. And I can say from my own personal experience, and I know it from talking to other people who've been bigs, that the power and the benefit and the joy that comes from that relationship is something that no matter how you go into it, with whatever your aspirations or expectations are, it wildly exceeds them in ways you never could have predicted or understood. So I was down on the Cape last week, and John lives on the Cape, and I managed to squeeze in 30 minutes with him, which 30 minutes these days is a long time. And I had a chance to catch up with him on a bunch of things, and we traded like phone photos of our children, which, if you think about how long I've known this guy, it sort of makes sense, but I still look at him and I see the same 11-year-old boy that I saw when I met him. Although I'm quite sure when he sees me, he sees that old, broken 58-year-old guy that I am today. And his oldest son just finished his freshman year at Penn, where he's majoring in something I can't even pronounce. his son really is a rocket scientist. And his daughter is about to finish her junior year in high school. And in the end, the success that John's had, the success I think that every boy and every girl who goes through this program has, and I'm saying this to the ones who are here tonight, it's yours. You earned it. Every single bit of it. But the fact that you had somebody there to help you over the tough spots, and somebody who gave you, really when you needed it most, that shoulder to lean on, believe me, for them, it was much better than it was for you. Thanks very much.